Welcome to my channel. It's a regular morning, and you're digging through the change in your pocket, quarters, nickels, pennies, and then, a dime. Just 10 cents. It's probably been overlooked 100 times, passed from hand to hand, dropped in vending machines, rattling inside drawers. But what if I told you that one specific dime, minted in 2018, holds a story worth far more than its face value? What if I told you that this small, silver-colored coin with a P mint mark could be worth up to $119, and not just for some collector with too much time on their hands, but to real enthusiasts who know exactly what they're looking for? This is the story of the 2018 Roosevelt Dime from the Philadelphia Mint, a piece of modern American currency with roots that stretch back over half a century, embodying the legacy of a beloved president, the evolution of coinage technology, and the quiet excitement of everyday treasure hunting. This isn't just a coin. It's a window into American history, hidden in plain sight. Let's rewind for a moment. The dime, as we know it today, has gone through several transformations. Before Roosevelt graced the coin, there was the winged Liberty Head dime, more commonly known as the Mercury dime, minted from 1916 to 1945. That design, with its intricate details and symbolic imagery, held its own charm. But as America changed, so did its currency. Following the death of Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1945, an American president who guided the nation through the Great Depression and most of World War II, there was a movement to honor him. It wasn't just because of his leadership. Roosevelt had also founded the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, which deeply impacted him personally. What better way to commemorate his life and legacy than to feature him on the coin most associated with the fight against that disease? The Philadelphia Mint, designated by the P mint mark, produced over 1 billion dimes in 2018, 1.3 billion, to be exact. In the case of the 2018 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark, some specimens have surfaced in pristine mint state 68 and even 69. These are coins that were never released into general circulation. They were often struck as part of special collector sets or discovered in uncirculated bank rolls. With so many dimes produced, finding a perfectly preserved one feels like discovering a four-leaf clover in a field of grass. You have to know what you're looking for. Now, let's zoom in on what makes this coin hit the $119 mark. First, it's not about precious metal content. This coin isn't silver, it's not gold. It's the combination of ultra-high grade, a recognized mint mark, and an active market of collectors searching for perfect examples. That's right, the demand is real. Online auctions, coin forums, and collector meetups are full of enthusiasts hunting for these top-grade 2018 Roosevelt dimes with the Philadelphia P mint mark. In one notable sale, a PCGS-graded MS-68 dime sold for $119. Think about that, something you might accidentally leave in a tip jar or lose between the couch cushions could actually be a numismatic gem. So why does this particular dime draw so much attention? One reason is the psychology of modern coin collecting. In recent years, there's been a surge in interest in high-quality modern coins. Long gone are the days when collectors only cared about old, silver, or ultra-rare coins. Today, there's a growing appreciation for modern minting precision, and collectors are racing to assemble complete sets of coins with the highest possible grades. That means even coins from just a few years ago, if they're in near-perfect condition, can be hot commodities. Add to that the Philadelphia Mint's role as the oldest operating mint in the country, dating back to 1792, and you have a mix of modern appeal and historic credibility. It's also about the thrill. Hunting through pocket change, coin rolls, or mint sets for that elusive perfect specimen feels like a modern-day treasure hunt. There's no map, no pirates, just sharp eyes, patience, and a little luck. Every time a collector opens a new roll of coins, there's that flash of hope. Could this be the one? Could this be the 2018 P Roosevelt dime that grades at MS-68 or higher? Could it be worth $119 or more? So what should you do if you find a 2018 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark? First, check its condition. Is it sharp, bright, free of wear? If it looks unusually clean or flawless, it might be worth grading. You'll want to use a magnifier, examine the details, Roosevelt's hairlines, the torch, the lettering. Any signs of doubling or errors? Then you might have a variety worth even more. If it seems like a candidate for mint state 68 or higher, consider sending it to a professional grading service. Sure, there's a fee, but if it comes back with that high grade, you could be holding a $100 coin, and even if you don't find one, the search itself is part of the fun. Every coin has a story, from the old silver dimes of the 1940s to today's clad currency. They pass through hands, across borders, through decades. But now, you know. You know that among those billions of dimes, a few stand out. A few are special. A few can be worth far more than 10 cents. So next time you get change back from the grocery store or withdraw a roll of dimes from the bank, take a second look. Look for that P mint mark. Look for the year 2018. Our journey begins in the early 1940s. At the time, the United States was embroiled in World War II, and President Franklin Delano Roosevelt was at the helm, guiding the nation through turbulent waters. He wasn't just a wartime leader. Roosevelt had a profound personal connection to a debilitating disease that had touched millions of lives, polio. In fact, he himself battled the illness, and through that struggle, he became a champion for others suffering from it. After his death in 1945, the nation was eager to honor him in a lasting, meaningful way. And what better place than on a coin that circulates through the hands of everyday Americans? Thus, in 1946, the Roosevelt Dime was born. It replaced the Mercury Dime, and its debut marked a turning point, not just in design but in symbolism. The torch on the reverse represents liberty, the olive branch stands for peace, and the oak branch signifies strength and independence. It's more than just a design, it's a quiet, everyday tribute to a leader who shaped modern America. Fast forward to 2015. You might think a coin minted in recent times wouldn't have much of a story. But the truth is, every coin has a story, and sometimes the most surprising tales are the ones hiding in plain sight, right there in your change jar, glove compartment, or that coin dish on your nightstand. The 2015 Roosevelt Dime, particularly those minted in Philadelphia and marked with a P, holds a unique place in numismatic circles for reasons that go beyond age or rarity. But let's not jump ahead. To understand why this particular dime has garnered so much attention, we need to take a closer look at how modern coins are made. Each year, millions, sometimes billions, of coins are produced by the U.S. Mint. Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, and more recently, West Point, are the primary facilities that strike our circulating coinage. The P Mint mark you'll find on the 2015 dime stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which was the very first official mint in the United States, established way back in 1792. Error coins are like nature's little surprises in the numismatic world. They're unintended, often rare, and each one tells a unique story of how a high-speed, mass-production minting machine went just slightly awry. The rarity and appeal of an error coin depend on two things: how obvious the error is, and how many exist in circulation. And let's just say, when it comes to the 2015 P dime, certain errors are not just visible, they're stunning. Others boast off-center strikes, where the design is visibly misaligned. You might see a dime with part of the rim missing or shifted, exposing the copper-nickel layers of the planchet underneath. These off-center errors can vary in degree, and the more dramatic, the more valuable they tend to be. Then there are broad strike errors, where the collar die, the part of the press that keeps the coin's shape, fails to engage, allowing the metal to spread wider than normal. This results in a dime that's larger, flatter, and missing its characteristic rim. These aren't just fascinating mistakes, they're pieces of minting history that accidentally escaped into circulation. But even among non-error coins, the 2015 P dime has a special place in collectors' hearts. That's because it marks a modern chapter in an already iconic coin's legacy. Think about it, the Roosevelt Dime has been around since 1946. That's nearly 80 years of continuous minting. Yet very few dates in that timeline stir excitement like 2015. thanks to the variety of errors, limited availability in high grades, and growing awareness among collectors, condition is key when it comes to valuation. Most 2015 dimes you'll find in circulation are well worn, maybe a few scratches, a bit of fading, maybe even some grime from years of handling. These aren't worth much beyond face value. But when you find one in uncirculated condition, what collectors call MS or mint state, it's a whole different story. MS 65, MS 66, even MS 67 graded dimes from 2015 can command serious interest, especially when combined with an error. Over the past few years, demand for modern era coins has skyrocketed. Social media, online marketplaces, and coin forums have made it easier than ever to share discoveries, seek opinions, and, yes, make purchases. As more people become aware of the value hidden in everyday coins, the prices continue to rise. And that leads us to the big reveal. You've stuck with us through this journey, from the legacy of Franklin Roosevelt to the Philadelphia Mint's operations, from error coin identification to the growing collector market. And now it's time to talk numbers. Are you sitting down? Because one verified 2015 Roosevelt Dime, minted in Philadelphia and featuring a notable mint error, recently sold for a staggering $149. That's right. A dime, worth 10 cents, selling for nearly $150. Let that sink in. So, the next time you get a handful of coins back at the grocery store, or find some loose change in your couch cushions, take a closer look. That plain-looking dime might just be a treasure in disguise. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2015 Roosevelt Dime, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more coin stories, and leave a comment if you've ever found a special coin in your change. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and always check your pocket change. You never know what it's really worth.